Yeah.
Yep, we are recording. There we go.
All right. Yeah, it's recording. All right. Welcome back to Unguided Punks. Cam is coming home from work, but Rob is taking over Cam's computer. So,
Yeah, you guys may see Cameron Belzaire, but I am not deceiving you. It is me, Rob.
Rob, how are we today?
I am tired. I'll be honest. I woke up from a nap like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I just finished eating a bagel like 2 minutes ago. So that was what was taking me a while to come in.
It's one of those days. So we
Yeah.
we do what we can, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about. To be fair, so
So, do you want to wait to do the NBA when Cam comes? I feel like there's a lot to talk about with there.
the thing is, like, he's sending the group chat that he's going to be here in a while. So
I mean, we do have a lot to talk about with wrestling. So it's like,
I mean, I guess yeah. Let's talk wrestling, and then
so we'll
we
go.
we go NBA because NBA is
There's a lot,
it's
especially
insane.
with the free agency. There's a lot to talk about. So,
But
starting with wrestling, we got Night Champions that just happened this past Saturday from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in the Kingdom Arena. 6 matches. Honestly, just a good show. I was very surprised to see this match, or not even this match, this show be one of the probably the best main roster show this year. Um, we did not have Rob go to Connecticut like we promised last week.
I mean, the option is still there. The
Put
option is
the Rob, put
it's
that lighter
still there.
down.
Trust me.
Put that fucking lighter down, dude. But yeah, we had Ova defeat Jay, and then EO defeat Liv. I think it was both what we called. I mean, I think EO deserved it.
We wanted that. Yeah.
I'd say the biggest problem was just EO winning just to challenge Liv. I just thought
I
that
mean,
was the stupidest thing in the world.
we can get into that because I'll be honest. Even Obafemi's decision on Monday to not face a champion at SummerSlam is very.
Now,
I mean, everything in due time. Let's talk about the event in itself, and then slowly make our way to Raw because this is just
so
a lot.
Oba and Jay, I mean, it was fine. Jay was doing his thing, you know. Honestly, Jay didn't look too bad on Saturday. From what I saw, he looked fine, but he wasn't, you know, it's nothing overshot.
I didn't watch the full show, so you're gonna have to
I was
tell.
watching. I just saw the highlights. Jay didn't look too bad, but Ova, of course, they're building Ova up to be the face of the company. So I thought it was perfect to have Ova win, and then EO versus Liv. Again, just a great match. The only problem I had with Ova and Jay, it was the shortest match of the night. It was second shortest match of the night. Came into 7 minutes and 56 seconds because ESPN had to make time for ads, or TKO had to make time for ads.
Still, though, you think about it, it's like we're limiting these wrestlers to 10 minutes of wrestling for what, every 2-3 weeks? Not good.
But at least EO and Liv did have like a 15-minute match, and they had a just fantastic match. And Liv and EO are just great superstars. Of course, I wanted EO and Charlotte. I thought that would have been better to have, but that comes into the point that I think it was just stupid for them to do EO versus Liv, only for EO to win to go challenge Liv at SummerSlam, where she might even drop the title to Liv. You know what I mean? So
I think their plan is potentially, well, how can I say this? Charlotte versus, I forgot her name, Rhea. Sorry about that. Charlotte versus Rhea, and then yeah, the whole EO versus Liv situation just feels weird. I don't understand it at all. Because in one end, I'm like, then why do the tournament at all? Why put Liv in there? Just like, because she's not going to go into SummerSlam being expected to win.
that's why I think with Saturday Night's main event coming up in July, they have the time to be able to try and maybe have Liv just defend her title once on TV, even if she does lose it at SummerSlam.
But then again, I'm like, but then what was the point of the tournament? Just you could have literally put anyone else in there and have Liv defended at SummerSlam, and we'll be like, okay, there's something there. But now it's just what? It's useless. I don't get it.
Also, on
It
a quick side
makes everything null and void.
note, I did change my Google image. It was the Grant Gustin doing the peace sign to the Flash. to Ezra Miller, which I missed that picture a lot because that was just a great picture. But I changed it to one of the best photos I think you've taken of me. So
I mean,
I mean, it definitely looks better than me now. My hair's sticking up.
on a quick tangent with the photos, I I decided to just like start using all my pictures of all my friends and using them as like their profile pictures for my phone.
That's actually
You
a
know,
good way to.
whenever they call it's just the picture I took of them, and it looks nice. It looks nice.
But
I'm a
yeah,
good photographer.
nah, I'd say you're probably the best photographer I know.
I appreciate that.
Besides my cousin, but then again, I still think that you're better than my cousin. God honest truth. No offense to my cousin, but also
Shout
offense,
out your cousin.
but also offense to my cousin. Shout out my cousin. But I agree with the fact that the tournament just didn't like I said, I feel like they should have done EO versus Liv or EO versus Charlotte, I meant, or like EO versus even do like EO versus Chelsea. Rob, put that lighter down.
I'm fucking turning my. Bro. Let me make my room smell nice.
Okay, you got a point there. But I agree with the fact of what you said with EO and Liv. I think EO and Liv was, like I said, fantastic match. Don't get me wrong, but it was pointless just to have EO challenge Liv at SummerSlam. Where it's like, if that was the case, why not just have her go against, like I said, why not have her go against like Charlotte or someone?
Because you give someone the opportunity rather than just waste it on Liv, who again is just going to defend it whatsoever. I just don't get the decision. It's just weird to me.
Sorry, I had to go on mute for a second.
Yeah, you're good.
Other than that, we had Seth versus Braun in a steel cage match. I know you were very upset that Braun lost.
Braun should have won. Seth doesn't need it.
I kind
really
of get
doesn't.
why they gave it to him. I thought that again, the match was probably the best match in the night, in my opinion. I mean, both men just. I think they gave one of the best steel cage matches in recent memory, honestly. And I will say I am kind of upset that this match didn't get the Hell in a Cell treatment, but the match that we are getting at SummerSlam is getting the Hell in a Cell treatment. So at least I'm happy we are getting a Hell in a Cell match. Unlike last year, we did not get no Hell in a Cell match, where there was so many opportunities they could have done Hell in a Cell last year. So it's very upsetting. But Seth versus Braun was just remarkable. I think it was one of the best matches this year. Just a great, fun, fantastic match between two of the best wrestlers in the company. I will kind of somewhat agree with the statement that you said that Braun's momentum, like, you don't see him as a world champion.
Not now, at least, because the whole Vision Purgatory thing is kind of turning into the Judgment Day Purgatory thing, where it's like, why are we putting them in these groups when these guys are capable as single stars? Just, I don't know.
I mean, I agree. And then, of course, to just jump ahead of a second for Monday, looking at Monday with whole Maxine trying to be recruited into the Vision. I mean, it's great that you're trying to add a female talent into the stable, but at the same time, it's like, let them do what they have to do. I mean, we know how remarkable Theory is. I've said so many times, Logan Paul is just such a fish out of water. Braun is arguably being set up as one of the next faces of this company, and then Bronson is just a monster. So
I think as soon as Bronson gets back, they should completely destroy that stable. Let all go on their own, or at least just make it Braun and Braun. Braun and Braun, yeah.
The bronze. All right.
The bronze, yeah.
Basically,
I
how
think
it was
more interesting.
before Theory and Logan came in.
Yeah, because Theory and Logan. I said this multiple times. Theory, we've given him enough chances, but it's time to pack your bags and leave, buddy. You are not good. You're just simply not a good wrestler, or you're a good competitor, but you're not a good.
And okay, I'd say that's a nicer way to say it, but I think, like I said, I feel like Theory could definitely develop into, like, I see the craziest comparisons of saying that Theory can become the next Cena. And don't get me wrong, I love Cena, but I wouldn't go as far to call him the next Cena. That's what Vince was trying to push him as back in 2021, 2022. But
things like 2022, 23, before his match against John Cena at WrestleMania, like he had that one promo where he did it in an empty arena with a spotlight on him, and he was just talking. I was like, he has something there. We can really push this.
And I remember you said it, and I kind of agree, but I also disagree with the fact. But a lot of people do say that the Cena match did also kind of ruin that momentum for Theory. I mean, like I said, I understand the reason why I disagree on that is because they're trying to use John to set Theory up for the future because a lot of people have compared Theory to John. So that's the only reason why I disagree. But I also agree that I feel like it was really no purpose for him to have that match. If you wanted Theory to do something, I would say, I mean, a great mid card, a great underrated mid card. I feel like a lot of people don't underestimate the mid card in 2023 WWE. You know, you have like stars like Gargano, Priest, um, Bronson Reed came back by that point. You know, Dexter Loomis, Miz. You had just such an interesting mid card. Um, they could have done something with him, like a ladder match. I feel like that would have been better for Theory. And if you wanted to incorporate John, you could have done John versus Edge, which a lot of people have said they should have done at WrestleMania 39, especially since it was Edge's last wrestling match and they never faced each other one on one at WrestleMania. Same thing with like John and Randy. They never faced each other one on one at WrestleMania.
Like, there's so much shit they could have done to make a lot of these guys interesting, but nowadays it's just whatever. Because I think WWE forgets they're a wrestling company every now and then. And when it comes to the wrestling part of what they're trying to do in terms of rivalries, it just falls short. And we end up with stuff like Theory where, yeah, sure, he can compete. He's good in the ring. He's fast. He has great moves and whatnot. But you don't give him enough for us to really connect with him. So he ends up, like we said with Logan Paul, a fish out of water. And now we just want him gone. Like, there's no reaction to him.
No, it's just like I don't want to say it, but at the same time, I mean, you kind of also said, I think you used this word last week. Logan, and again, don't get me wrong, I think Logan's phenomenal at what he does and everything with WWE, but at the same time, it's like there's no reaction. He's kind of being served as like a cancer to the industry, but I feel like that's kind of a stretch to say.
Is it a stretch to say? I don't know. Things like he's put in positions that he shouldn't be in, which makes it a bit cancerous in a way, but I think it's a bit mean saying that. So.
I mean, who knows? I mean, like I said, I think, like I said, I've said Logan is just remarkable. Uh, I'm just intrigued to see what he does next. I mean, it's just like to see what the vision is going for now. Um, I have no idea, but we do have the United States Championship match, which is also just an amazing match. I think Trick and Ricky did do great in the match itself. Of course, you had the little Yachty interferences come here and there, but it wasn't at least like a Pat McAfee or Jelly Roll type thing. But I do agree with the fact that as much as I like little Yachty, I don't think we need him around here.
As long as he's not really influencing certain things, I'm like, I can accept him being here, but how much implication is he going to get moving forward? So I don't know. We'll see.
And then we had Tiffany retain against Jade, which I mean, I said Tiffany was going to retain against Jade. And the match was, again, actually amazing. Probably their best match they've had, probably since Saturday night's main event. If not, I think the Saturday night's main event is better, only for the fact that that was the true showcase of Jade Cargill and how she should be presented in WWE. But this match was actually really good. And of course, you had the interferences come in from like Michin and BFAB, and you had like Chelsea Green, who's like now a face, which I just found out recently. Yeah, that was legit my reaction. I was like, why? But I was like, okay. But yeah, Tiffany retaining, amazing match. I had no problem. Then we get to the main event, which was Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the undisputed WWE Championship. You wanted Gunther because I know that's your guy.
I mean, I wanted Gunther because it would make sense. It's the guy that retired John Cena and AJ Styles back to back, and Goldberg. And for the past couple months, he's been doing jack shit. So you give him the opportunity to lead the company. Sorry, not to lead the title, but and you're making him look like a bum, which I don't understand. So I don't know what the plan is moving forward with him, but for now, yeah, it's just whatever.
Yeah, but and then I had Cody winning because I thought Cody was going to win. But Sammy finally got his moment in the champions, and I am just I'm very happy.
I mean, we're all happy for Sammy. Don't get me wrong.
He deserves it, but now this comes into play. He's going to drop the title. There's no he's not getting a lengthy reign. He's going to have one title defense, retain. He's going to defend against Cody next Monday.
Yeah, by the time you guys see this,
it'll be
SmackDown spoilers are out because they pre-recorded them.
Yeah.
And Cody is facing Sammy again after beating Jay for a number one contenders match.
with
Uh,
putting Jay in the world title picture.
again, like I don't know what Jay's doing here.
If anything, they should have had Cody versus Gunther, or like what's another or Cody versus Ilya, because apparently Ilya is supposed to be coming back to WWE TV soon. So that's
I,
honestly, I feel like they should
I,
do for SummerSlam is do
I,
Ilya. Yeah,
I'm not a fan of this. Like this whole Cody thing is becoming a bit annoying. I'll be honest with you,
I think.
because
Well, I think too. I think Cody will also go face Punk at SummerSlam, and apparently there was something that said that they don't need any title for them to wrestle. They don't need anything. You know what I mean?
they don't need a title. I think it's one of those.
It's like a Punk and Drew,
It's like Punk and Drew. It's like
Punk and Seth,
Punk and Seth. To be fair,
Cody
you
and
can even
Seth.
say Cody and Randy didn't need a title. They could have just had a match.
Yeah,
But
I agree with that. I mean, I think it would have been interesting to see where Sammy does go. A lot now. This ties into Monday, where could we see at Saturday Night's Main Event Sammy drop the title to Brock? I hate putting that idea out there, but could we see a world where Brock holds the title for like 2.5, like a week and a half, drops it to Oba and Hell in a Cell? I think it'd be awesome. Don't get me wrong, but do we do that?
I I, I don't want to see Brock with the title. I just don't. There's literally no point, because the whole Brock versus Oba thing doesn't need a title. It didn't even need to have a second or third match. It was done at WrestleMania. They're just dragging it again. And Cody doesn't need to hold the title anymore. He had his reigns. He had his stories. They're done. So give Sammy his chance, especially if you're not gonna make a Oba pick one of the two between Roman or Sammy for the title. Like let him just have a reign, a decent reign, maybe lead up to Royal Rumble. He can maybe lose it at the Rumble or lead up to WrestleMania and lose it there. I don't know, but I want something different with WWE, and Sammy can offer us something different. He has so many opportunities with different guys, Johnny, Ilya. You can even do Punk, KO if he ever returns. You can do so much with him, but you're really gonna have to build Sammy as the guy that finally got his moment, and all these other dudes that have been kind of neglected, they're coming back to get their moments against that guy that we all expected he's never going to win again.
And I
So
think having Cody, sorry to cut you off, I think that having Cody be his first opponent is, I think, the perfect idea
and then
because the guy
yeah,
who carried it.
go, sir.
No, that's it. That is all I was gonna say. It was the guy who carried the company, who carried the title, who did what he had to do. You know, I think that's perfect for Cody to, or for Sammy to retain against Cody, to, I guess, have him not elevate, but more so just build up Sammy's credibility to become champion. Like, I 100% agree. I would, if KO does come back, I want to see a KO match. I want to see a Randy match. I want to see maybe a match with Punk.
And the
Um,
thing is, like, Cody needs to go away, leave the world title scene for a bit, and just create new stories. He's got guys that can come after him, act like, oh, you've held the title hostage, and he can maybe slowly turn heel as we go forward. Definitely, some people are going to say, "Oh, let him win the Rumble for a third time." Absolutely not. Let's not do that.
who, Cody?
Um, yeah, I've seen a couple of tweets. People saying like, "Oh, let him win it as a heel this time. It's going to be interesting."
I mean,
We're doing too much.
granted, it'd be interesting if he won as a heel, but there's no benefit for him to win. I feel
Yeah,
like benefit for him to win.
he doesn't even need the title anymore. I think for like a year or two, he should just like stay away and have big time rivalries without titles. And trust me, he will swim. He won't
I would
sink. He
just
will.
say, look at Cody before, like, but I would say, yeah, look at Cody after 39, before 40, the Shinsuke rivalry. Um, what else? The Brock rivalry. Who else did he have? Like, not big feud, the whole, undisputed tag thing with the Judgment Day and Jay. He was at least having big stuff going on, and he didn't need the title for it. Granted, the title was in. He was in pursuit of the title, but he wasn't. He wasn't in the title picture.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like now is the opportunity. They have the opportunity to rewrite a lot of things. Um, make him a different character. Make him interesting. Because right now, his whole character is centered around the title, which okay, I guess. But if you want to show depth, you're gonna have to go and make him do something else.
Yeah, I agree. And then also on Monday too. So yeah, so to Monday before we get to NXT and all the other wrestling events that had happened, to Monday's point, I mean, I really, I love that we are, I really love that we're getting Hell in a Cell, and it's great that we're finally seeing an end to Brock and Oprah's rivalry. That would probably most likely be Brock's retirement match. But at the same time, I do understand and agree with the frustrations. Why isn't Oba going to face a champion? Why are we not going to get Oba versus Roman? Why are we not going to get Oba versus Sammy? I mean, that's like a lot of the points are saying, oh, the reason why we're not getting Oba versus Roman is because we're saving it for WrestleMania 43. But other than that, it's like that's also your backup plan for 43 because their plan they want to do is Rock and Roman. So it's like,
We've been
what's the
doing
best?
Rock and Roman for the past like 6 years. Enough. It is done. It is not happening. We just got to move on. And Bloodline stands, I see you all the time. It is not an excuse that's going to work anymore. It's done. He doesn't want to come back, and he honestly doesn't want to face him. He most likely wants to face Cody more. Let's be honest.
I mean, especially after what happened last year, of course.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't see why they're trying to hold on for a sliver of hope. Let's just move on. You got some guys that are ready to take the title and make this company their own, and you want to be stuck with Bloodline War in 2026 or 2027 because that's happening in WrestleMania. So,
Speaking of Raw, we also got a little bit of a glimpse of Lyra's heel character. I didn't really see the vignette for it, but I
I
guess
feel so bad for her.
I guess it's interesting, but it's like there's no benefit because it's just a push like, oh, we're gonna have a Bailey and Lyra, unless this is supposed to be like Bailey's retirement because apparently her contract is coming to an end, Bailey, and a lot of signs are saying that she might not resign.
It's better if she leaves. I think she's done what she can with this company, and they don't really value her as much. So,
I miss Bailey from like 2024. Like I miss 2024 Bailey when she was like women's champion, and granted she didn't have a lot of matches, but it was at least fun to see her in that main picture.
because she's a great talent, that's the thing. Like, of course, her promos they're okay, they're debatably
It's nothing.
whatever, but it's nothing special. But at the same time, you're like, she's a great in ring talent. She's always gonna have great matches. It's just like
I mean, a
it's just
lot of
the same.
people say it best. She's a female John Cena. She just gives everything and leaves it in the ring.
In that sense, yeah, I can see it, but
But also,
again, for her, it's just better to leave, especially with her friend Mercedes Monet kind of teasing on her story, like, "Ooh, imagine Bailey versus Mercedes Monet." I'm like, oh, I would love to see that.
something to think about. So, but speaking of Monday, we also do have our glimpse for what SummerSlam will see. We're getting. Honestly, I feel like they should have just saved for Mania next year, if anything. We are getting Seth versus Roman for the world title. Now, listen, I love Seth versus Roman. I do. It's the best modern day rivalry. But we gotta stop with the whole fucking shield chair. Shield, like you said in the group chat one time. You said shield chair, shield power bomb.
Yo, mom, so no, that clip of Deadlock, they did so much damage to that thing. It is way too funny. So he grabs a chair, and this is the shield chair, and he hits him in the back, shield style. And he falls on the ropes, shield style. They did so much damage to the whole shield lore. It is so funny.
Oh my gosh. I mean, listen, I would love to see this. I do. I want to see Seth Roman, and it's one last dance. That's great. But if we're gonna do this, you should have saved it for Mania, and it should have happened this year if Seth didn't get injured. And it was supposed to happen this year if Seth didn't get injured.
Mm, I mean, a part of me feels like they are forcing this a bit, and I don't see why they're doing it now. Because, like you said, at best, you do it at WrestleMania. It's a WrestleMania thing. It's a rivalry you've been pushing for well over a decade.
Yeah, what?
So I'm like, dude, just do it at Mania. Finish it there. Like, it is your biggest quote unquote match in the modern day. So
I still think they should have went with what I think. What I think is they should have went with my original idea for WrestleMania or for SummerSlam, and that's do Oba versus Roman versus Brock. You're getting Oba in the title picture. You have him when the King of the Ring, and you also have Brock, trying to end his ride with Oba, but you're also having him go retire against Oba and also retire against his greatest rival or one of his greatest rivals, Roman. So that's what I feel like they should have done for SummerSlam. I think it would have been fun. I think it would have been better to do, but um, Seth
My, my
Roman.
thing is, uh, I it's weird to say this, but I actually like what Bully Ray said about what they should do with Brock, Oba, and Roman was have Brock and Oba face off in night one, and have Oba and Roman face off on night two.
I agree.
So he'll do double duty, but it would make him look like an absolute monster in
I
the
agree.
process. So I weirdly agree with Bully Ray. I I don't know. Like,
I agree. I don't think
it's a smart thing to do, but
I
they're not gonna pull that trigger. So we wasted our times.
they're not. But I would think that would be awesome to see. Don't get me wrong. I think that would have been better to see.
But it's double E, man. They will never strike when the iron's hot.
For your editing purposes, just insert the picture of you where you put double E can go to, or
Wait, do I have it here? Wait, give me a second. Real quick. No, I got. Oh wait, no, I do. I just. Hey. Aha. There we go. That is a beautiful picture. I was like, I did side. Yep.
Oh, listen. After I will say, I'm going to defend him only for this one time. I think he did do a better, quote unquote, better job with 90 Champions.
But then he fucked it up with Raw. So I'm like,
You got a point. You got a point. Sorry, I was just fixing my leg because I just got a cramp. Ow.
how'd you get a cramp? Did you drink water today?
I've been drinking a lot of water today. It's either that or I just haven't been eating enough potassium.
That's right. I mean, also a quick warning to people who live in New York: it is going to be very hot for the next 2-3 days. So please drink a lot of water. Be safe. You're not going to see this until next week, but still, positive energies. Positive energies.
Positive energies. Dude, you have no idea. I gotta work. The best part is at least I'm working Friday and Saturday,
I work tomorrow, bro.
but
In the
it's
morning.
still going to be like boiling outside. It's supposed to be like
yeah, it's supposed to be 100 degrees. I leave work midday, so I'm like, oh. My boss said we can wear shorts.
well, that's a good thing.
It's something. It's something, you know.
Quote
I'm not
unquote,
gonna complain.
quote unquote, it's something. So it's like,
You know. I mean, I got some linen shirts, so I'm definitely gonna rock those.
oh, so that's
I'm gonna be as light as I can because I'm not trying to pass out. I also got like my big ass bottle. I'm
yeah,
gonna fill that with ice and water and just like
that's always something we need to put at hand. Sorry, I was answering some Snapchat chats.
Snapchat chats and big 2026 is insane.
Yeah. I'm also so you know what? No, I'm just gonna tell you after the pod because it's just some stupid shit I gotta say. Okay. But now we get to the NXT side of things. So this cuts into the day after. NXT had the Great American Bash on CW. Now I honestly I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to watch it. I just totally forgot, and plus I just came home from work, so I was tired. I just wanted to do nothing and watch Power and play Minecraft. It's the only thing I wanted to do. It's the only
Quick
thing.
tangent. I bought Minecraft a couple months ago. I played for like 2 weeks and I never touched it again.
We have a survival world, me and my friends, so that's why. So we just do survival shit.
I think I need someone to play with. That's the thing.
That's
I
what,
think a lot
what
of my games
Minecraft-
that's just it. I don't
that's
touch my
what
PlayStation
Minecraft-
at all.
Yeah, that's what Minecraft is like best for. You need like friends to play with. But it's fun sometimes you just build by yourself. Like especially if you look at like a tutorial and know what you're doing too.
I mean, I during my 2 week phase, I was like, I built a house. I built like 2 bridges, like an overpass over
Nice.
a ravine. I was thinking of building like a glass dome to have plants and shit. But I don't know. I was just having weird ideas. I wanted to build a tower. I was like, fucking. You know?
No, I got you. But yeah, now we get to the Great American Bash, and CW did a pretty good job. I won't lie. It's very To me, I will say it definitely does feel like I am watching just an extended episode of NXT. But
That's what
that's what.
NXT takeovers feel like,
But that's
or at
exactly.
least the NXT PLEs. I mean, not takeovers.
Yeah, but that's what they feel like. The only problem I do have with the show is that it wasn't in like anywhere special. They did take it in. It did take place in Orlando. Heat Wave is actually so Heat Wave, when they do Heat Wave, is actually supposed to be taking place in the Burt Ogan Arena in Edinburgh, Texas. So at least that's something good, at least. So I guess they just wanted to test the waters first with Orlando with the Performance Center for the CW, and then try to expand back out to doing events like elsewhere. You know what I mean?
It'd be interesting because I think they should get out of Florida every now and then.
I agree.
It's good for the talent as well, just to get them acclimated to more fans, maybe see them in person.
Yeah. But 7 matches. So Tony D'Angelo retained, defeated Naraku for the NXT Championship, but we're still going to be running with the rivalry. So that could just mean Naraku does dethrone Tony D'Angelo. Who knows? But it was actually, from what I saw, I thought it was just an amazing match. Everything on the show was just fantastic. I won't lie. Everything was just fantastic on the show. Zarya just had an unbelievable match with Tatum. Tatum has now been moved up to the upper mid card, or to the upper card. I mean, not the upper mid card. My bad. To the upper card. So she is in the main women's title picture. So that's good. She just defeated Kalani Jordan last night. But we also did get the debut of, I can't remember her name, but she's Dominican wrestler, and I can't remember her. Nikki Blackheart, that's her name. What?
I know Black Rep. Anytime someone mentions Dominicana, I'm like, oh shit. I gotta reference that video.
Rob. Anyways, you fucking jackass. Anyways, after that, we had Shiloh. Was it the Shiloh Hill match? Yes. So we had Shiloh Hill defeat Tristan Angels, which that was actually a pretty solid match. Nothing too spectacular. I mean, you're building Shiloh Hill up, which is great. I think Shiloh Hill is actually like kind of underrated. And Tristan Angels looked fine. I mean, he is young. He's still getting developed to the whole system. Because he is a UK wrestler, so he's still getting developed and getting used to being in the system. We had Ren Sinclair retain the WWE Women's Speed Championship against Ariana Grace. Very surprised about that. I mean, I love Ren Sinclair. She's great, but I really did think they were going to give it to Ariana Grace because I feel like you really can build up Birthright into an interesting faction on TV, quote unquote interesting. Saquon Sugars defeated Deion Lennox in a singles match. Another just amazing match. Again, this rivalry is also not going to be over yet. I do see them doing some type of stipulation match. Doing some type of stipulation match soon. Miles Moore and Tavion Heights was just the perfect masterclass two friends could have. Really did remind me of like a Eddie versus Ray, or what's another like a friends versus friend match that like
KO Sammy.
KO Sammy, but not. I would say not as epic.
Jay and Jimmy.
And then the main event was just remarkable. I think Kendall Gray and Lola Vice just did such an amazing job. I mean, Lola is just fantastic. I cannot wait to see her get called up. I think she'll be really fun to have on the main roster. Lola. I hope she won't get lost like Blake Monroe, but I did see that Blake Monroe is starting to get more from the SmackDown sport. Blake Monroe is starting to get more exposure, which is really good. But Kendall Gray absolutely deserved it. She has been described as Kurt Angle, if Kurt Angle was a female Kurt Angle.
I mean, she's definitely his archetype of wrestler.
Yes.
The way she presents herself, the way she wrestles, everything she does is very Kurt Angle-like, and she's actually been really good at it, and I appreciate her for that. And I think she's still very young. I think 23 years.
Yeah, I think she's like 25. I'm not mistaken.
25 actually? Oh, okay. So anyway,
she's 25.
Still pretty young.
She's 25, but listen, I will say, and that's I think the best part with NXT. She does still need promo ability work. I mean, her promos aren't bad. But I definitely do think
She just got out of Evolve though.
she
Let's
did
not
just
rush
get,
her too much, you know.
yeah, yeah, obviously she did just get out of the Evolve system not that long ago. So it will take her a while to improve. But I mean, promo wise, she's pretty good, and then in ring work, I mean, the fact that I'm agreeing with Dave Meltzer just is insane. But Meltzer says that she's possibly the best women's wrestler that the USA has ever. Or I'm not.
Ever?
I wouldn't say ever.
That is a shout.
So I can tell you right now what he said. So Gray's performance, and this was after the triple threat from from Stand and Deliver. He said that Gray had the potential to be the best women wrestler this country has ever produced.
Potential, I can see it. Because the way she's moving now, she's already way ahead of her peers. So I'm like, just potential for that.
There is potential for that. But I'm excited to see where this goes for NXT. I did watch a little bit of NXT last night. Of course, we had little AAA talent. We had who was it? I think it was Wagner, and I forgot who the other guy was. But there was a tag team match between them and Swipe Right. Why am I forgetting their name right now? Oh my gosh, this is the Vandy Project. I don't know why I was forgetting their name. There was a nice match between the Vandy Project and then I forgot who it was. Del Wagner and someone else, and his partner. I forgot who it is. But they retained, and then Mason Rook versus or Mason Rock, however you pronounce it, versus Jackson Drake. Which, I mean, listen, Mason Rock is definitely getting better. I will say
he's pretty decent, all right. He has a very distinct style.
he does.
That maybe doesn't connect to WWE. So
yeah,
we should give him a bit of time to really like change up his style. But he'll definitely be good.
Now we get to the other side of the pond in Jacksonville, where TNA had Forbidden Door last night, or on Sunday. My bad. I'm thinking today is Monday for some reason. So there's 3 pre-show matches. We had Drilla Maloney from New Japan Pro Wrestling defeat Daniel Garcia. Micah defeats Sky Blue in a TBS Championship Survival of the Fittest qualifying match.
My boy Daniel Garcia. I'm helping my chair if anyone doesn't know.
Anyways, you know what we're gonna have to do when we start the NBA segment, right?
Oh, it's gonna go crazy now.
And then we had Divine Dominion, so Megan Cross and Lena Cross, my bad, and Megan Bain versus Thunder Rosa and Olympia. So Megan Bain and so Divine Dominion did retain the AW Women's World Tag Team Championships. Then into the main show, we had the Young Bucks defeat El Sky Team and Unbound Co. in a 3-way tag team match. Kenny Omega defeats Zack Sabre Jr. in a singles match. Yes, your warning shot. Bang! John Moxley defeat Bandito for the or retain against Bandito the AEW Continental Championship. Shota Umino retained the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship against Pac. That was actually a pretty fun match. I won't lie.
But Pac's just an incredible wrestler, man. Like
WWE
this nonsense. They fumbled him that so bad.
I think if Pac came back to WWE, he would be fun to watch.
Thing is, like they would leave him in the mid card, and he'll sing there for however long, and then they'll release and be like, you know what? We don't actually enjoy wrestlers here in WWE.
Yeah. Tekla retained the AEW Women's World Championship against Starlight Kid. Edge and Christian, I'm not going Cope and Cage anymore. Fuck that name. They're getting Edge and Christian. They're always going to be Edge and Christian. Edge and Christian retained against David Finlay and Clark Connors, the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Mercedes Moné defeated Maya World in the Women's Owen Hart Cup final. So, of course, we are going to be getting Mercedes Moné versus Tekla for the AEW Women's World Championship at All In.
That's going to be such a good match. Oh, my God.
Team Briscoe, so Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Kensuke Takeshita, is that how you pronounce it?
Takeshita, yeah.
Takeshita. Kensuke Takeshita and Darby Allin defeated DCMJF. So MJF, Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher, Jake Doyle, Kazuchika Okada, and Andrade El Idolo, who turned face in the match, by the way, and actually costed MJF's team in a Death's Door match. And because Briscoe's team won, Mark Briscoe gets a AEW World Championship match against MJF. And then in the main event, which was the men's own Hart Cup final, Will Ospreay defeated Swerve Strickland in just a remarkable match that honestly had one of the best entrances this year, with Will Ospreay doing a full Bane from Dark Knight Rises. He had the mask and everything. Like, he had the bag on his head and they took the bag off. I thought that was the cool. I just saw the entrance today again for the first time since I watched it on Sunday. That was just fucking just phenomenal, dude.
The thing is, like, it's so funny that since WWE went to Netflix, the presentation of the shows have been awful. But when you look at AEW, they just understand it.
It's
like,
been
they understand what wrestling is about, and I'm like, I just feel sad watching WWE now. You know, so AEW really, like, it's a fresh breath of fresh air. Sorry, English.
Yeah. English. And then we also do have AEW Redemption that is coming up in July 26th. So we don't know what that card is going to look like. Some people are telling me that this will be Edge's retirement match, since it is taking place in the Bell Center in Montreal. So
he should retire. I think he's done what he can in wrestling. It's done now.
He just deserves his flowers. Let's be honest here.
Yeah,
he just absolutely deserves his flowers. And then we go to TNA, where TNA.
A lot of stuff happened.
A lot of stuff happened with TNA, and I actually might watch TNA tomorrow night, which is the first time probably since the AMC debut that I'm going to watch TNA. So we had two pre-show matches. We had Elena Black, a.k.a. Cora Jade, defeat Indy Hartwell and Mara Sadie, a.k.a. Jakara Jackson, a triple threat match in the pre-show, and then Ricky Sosa.
Bang. Sosa.
We had Ricky Sosa defeat Eric Young in a singles match, which, by the way, Eric Young had just been released by TNA today, and apparently
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I just saw that like right before we started. So Eric Young has been released by TNA, and apparently he's supposed to be coming back to WWE at doing what? I don't know. Maybe an NXT talent, maybe could just be a producer.
Real quick, talking about coming back to WWE, Enzo and Cass are coming back.
Okay, now can I explain?
You know what? Defend them. Defend your boys. I know what you want to say.
Big Cass is not a bad wrestler.
I'm not mad at Cass. I'm more mad at Enzo.
I'm mad at Enzo. And I never liked Enzo even as a kid. Like when I was watching NXT a little bit as a kid, I never liked Enzo. I just thought he was an annoying brat. Bro got kicked off of the WWE tour bus by Roman Reigns, which, mind you, is not Tribal Chief Roman Reigns we know today. It was Big Dog Roman Reigns, fucking cheeseball, sniveling, suffering, succotash son, Roman Reigns. I completely butchered that line, but I don't care. Why are we bringing back Enzo and Cass? I think, you want to bring Cass back, that's fine. If you look at it, Cass was kind of being, brought up in the card, because he had that rivalry with Daniel Bryan. Granted, was the rivalry good? No, but at least he was improving.
He also had that Universal Fatal 4-Way match in 2016.
Yes, and he was also in the Universal Fatal 4-Way in 2016 with KO, Roman, and Seth. Cass is an annoying son of a bitch. So I don't know.
You mean Enzo's annoying?
I think Enzo's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
There's no benefit unless this is like your way to improve the tag team division. And on top of that, too, Baron Corbin.
You want to improve the tag team division, but you get rid of those dudes from Detroit. You get rid of the New Day. You don't even pair up Penta and his brother. You don't even like.
You don't give any. You don't give any.
The title.
Dude, you don't give Showtime to Fraxium.
You don't give Showtime to Fraxium. You don't do anything with all these guys, but you bring in Enzo and Cass, and they're gonna improve your tag division. Okay, buddy, sure.
Which, speaking of, Baron Corbin's come back to WWE apparently, and I'm actually kind of happy about that.
I mean, I have no issues with Baron Corbin. I think I've already said this, but I always saw some potential.
I didn't like Baron Corbin like 2015-16 Baron Corbin, like basically like from WrestleMania 32 to like Money in the Bank 2018 Corbin, but kind of after like the whole King Corbin stuff, I kind of was starting to get around with him. And I didn't start liking him more until his second NXT run.
My craziest take has always been 2016-17 Corbin could potentially main event WrestleMania at some point with his presentation, with the music and everything, him coming in. I absolutely loved his entrance back then. That song is so good. It is so good. And he had everything. I don't know, not everything, but he could have developed, and they just rushed him. They put him in waters that were too deep for him, and it ended up being
He retired Kurt Angle.
I'd one of his worst gimmicks at one of his worst times in the company. I'm like, yeah, it's just whatever, It was there for shock value.
But at least it's nice to see him come back. Baron Corbin, it's nice to have him coming back. But now we get to the main TNA show. So the Ultimate X match for the TNA X Division Championship, just remarkable. Cedric Alexander retained against Amazing Red, who will be inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame, which is rightfully deserved. Amazing Red is just, honestly, no pun intended, just an amazing superstar nonetheless. He's so underrated. I'm really happy with that. Of course, Fabian Aichner, a.k.a. Giovanni Vinci, he's been doing pretty fun stuff on TNA TV, so glad for him. Frankie Kazarian, Casey Navarro, Leon Slater, Mr. Elegance, which, speaking of, Leon Slater is a free agent this fall, and AEW and WWE are both looking at him.
I don't even know who he should go to. A part of me wants to say WWE because of Javon and they have their own thing there, but he's definitely going to go through that NXT system first. But I just don't trust WWE with talents.
I think that should
I look at Jordan. I look at like all these guys that came from NXT that went to WWE, and they're just like, it's not worth it, man. It's really
also
not.
By the way, it's been about like an hour, and Cam is not here.
I mean, he said the drive would be like an hour and a half because he's coming down from Connecticut, yo.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's probably passing your favorite place right now.
Yeah, my favorite.
We had Elijah defeat AJ Francis in a singles match. Demon X Bunny, aka Rosemary and Mary, or Alley, defeated the Elegance brand for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. Mustafa Ali had an open challenge where Rich Swann, who, can I just praise Rich Swann for a minute? This dude is so underrated, and I didn't realize this until like a year ago.
He's good. Like back then, even in 205 Live, he was cooking, bro.
I never knew how good Rich Swann was until now. Rich Swann is just underrated, dude. But the open challenge was answered by a former WWE United States champion and Intercontinental champion, Apollo Crews.
What did they give him? Uma Africa? Wait, no, did I just say something so racist? Wait, I might have said something racist as shit. Oh my god. What's his name?
Do you want to edit this out or do you want to keep it?
I'm keeping this in, but I'm like,
they gave him the name of Uha Nation.
Uha Nation? Well then. All right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think you could tell that fucking Mustafa Ali retained.
Yeah.
Uha Africa.
Well, Africa is insane. Especially there was that like Nigerian press gimmick in WWE is like,
dude, he had the Nigerian gimmick, which he fucking switched he switched his accent fucking mid.
I'm saying, bro. By the way, I'm half Ethiopian, half Ivorian, so I'm not. let's not do some shit here.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, back to the show itself. So Moose beat Eddie Edwards in a no surrender match. Zaya Brookside defeated Li Ying Lee for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. The Broken Hardy, so of course Matt and Jeff, won the four-way ladder match for the TNA World Tag Team Championships against the System, the Righteous, and the Great Hands. And then Nick Nemeth actually defeated Mike Santana for the TNA World Championship, which will lead into Mike Santana actually leaving TNA for WWE. And I think Mike Santana will go through the NXT process. And I honestly think that Mike Santana will actually beat Tony D'Angelo or even Naraku, who, depending on who is the NXT champion by the time Heatwave comes, because I think he will debut at Heatwave or maybe earlier. I think we will see Mike Santana win the TNA or the not the TNA, the NXT championship.
He's capable, yeah. He's
Dude,
one of those
Mike
guys you can
Santana,
go in and win it straight away.
bro, Mike Santana is a dog. And that's not, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that just because he's a New Yorker like me, or like us, I should say. He's just a dog.
By the way, quick tangent, because now you said New Yorker like us. So, guys, I moved to the US 4 years. No, 5 years ago. Right? Was it? Has it been 5 years? 5 years in 3 weeks. Um, and I do associate as a New Yorker, but I've seen a video recently saying that to be a New Yorker, you have to have lived here at least 10 years. And I'm like,
Bullshit.
oh, bullshit.
Got to run out
Oh,
bullshit.
on bullshit on that, because I do feel like I know a lot of New York culture. I think I've mastered it, quote unquote. So
I mean, you
well,
have a good, and this is one of the first things when we first started like becoming really chill with one another. When you told me that, oh, you grew up in France and everything, one of the first things I noticed was how good your accent is to adapting to, I guess, the New York lingo. I can't speak. So
I mean, with all the moving I've done in my life, I think this is something that's common with, I guess, immigrant people that kind of like move from place to place. Is that there's a lot of code switching, a lot of adapting very easily. So I'm like, I guess, the lingo wasn't hard to understand. Very, very interesting to say the least. But I don't know. I feel like I associate as a New Yorker. I think I can say I'm a New York guy.
On top of that, like I said, Amazing Red will be inducted to the TNA Hall of Fame in 2020. Oh no, just TNA Hall of Fame. My bad. But also
Whenever they do it
Conan
now.
will be getting an induction to the TNA Hall of Fame.
Who?
Conan.
Oh yeah. Conan definitely.
And we also had the introduction of a new title for TNA, the TNA Knockouts Television Championship, where the first ever champion will be crowned on an episode of Impact, and it will be starting tomorrow night's episode of Thursday Night Impact, where we see Indy Hartwell take on Vicky Venuto, Harley Hudson take on NXT's Thea Hale, Elena Black take on Evolve's Wendy Chu, M by Elegance versus Rosemary, Jada Stone take on Alicia Edwards, my bad. Miss Alicia Fox, dude. She's such a great wrestler. Jody Threat take on Gabby Forza, Morissette take on Tasha Steeles, and Heather by Elegance take on Allie. If I had to crown the champion here, I think that either Elena Black or Alicia Edwards will become the first ever TNA Knockouts Television champion.
It should definitely not be someone that's associated to WWE because that's just stupid to do.
So so basically it shouldn't be Thea Hale or Wendy Chu.
No, definitely not.
But if it was like Indy Hartwell or
someone that's not from WWE, like get a TNA girl to win it,
That's fair. But I will say, I do think Thea Hale does make it to the second round, the quarterfinals, but I think she's going to lose to Indy Hartwell probably.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
There was one other wrestling thing that I had to mention, and I don't remember what it was.
Sammy champion, Raw,
No, said that.
NXT, SmackDown, kind of. TNA, Forbidden Door.
No, I think that was it then.
Is that all the WWE talk we had?
Yeah, it was all the wrestling talk we had.
Oh yeah, wrestling talk instead of WWE.
Yeah, that was all the wrestling talk. Damn, I thought there was something else, but I guess not.
I think we're missing something. It's just
I just don't know what that something is. I'm gonna be honest.
Let me quickly check the group chat to see if we mentioned something over the week.
I don't think so. I mean, if we didn't, we could do a little bit of a side wind now to talk about. I do want to wait to talk about the Absolute Batman show until Cam comes in because they're doing an Absolute Batman animated show based on the comic. But let's go into F1.
Real quick, I mean, because you just mentioned Batman. Did you watch Supergirl?
I did not. I heard it was
meaty. It's not bad, but
it wasn't as good. I mean, for me, like I said, I love Superman. I thought Superman was fantastic. It's one of my favorite films last year. It's not my favorite film last year. I actually have come around. I said Superman was my favorite film last year, but I've come around. My favorite film last year is actually Marty Supreme. I finally watched that for the first time. That film is just remarkable.
It's a great film.
But I think these next two projects are really important to do. both Clayface and what was the other film? And Man of Tomorrow, I think, and also Lanterns, which that really gets to do more of the world building for the DC universe. So I'm excited to see that. But tying into Marvel, actually going the other side of the pond, today released the first 3 episodes. Disney Plus released the first 3 episodes of X-Men '97 season 2. So it's streaming now. The first 3 episodes. We are not sponsored by Disney Plus.
We are absolutely not sponsored by Disney in any way, shape, or form.
I was looking around to see what if me and Cam could do the joke last week that you edited out of the podcast where we sponsored everything.
By the way, go watch last week's episode, guys. It was pretty fun.
That was actually funny as hell. But I today me and my brother got home. Me and him watched it. I am absolutely amazed. This show. I mean, when I remember when the show first came out back in 2024, I knew it was going to be hype, and I think the second season is as good, if not better, than the first season. I think we have just great makings right now for a great second, for just not even a great second season, for a phenomenal second season. I think that X-Men '97 season 2 is, and I think X-Men '97 is the best one of the best Marvel Studios projects to ever be done. I mean, they show the care and the love to the comics. They show care and love to the original source material of the animated series. The action is just great. The animation is beautiful. The score is fantastic. The voice acting is remarkable. And like I said, I mean, there's a lot of things. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched. I don't want to even spoil it for you, Rob. But by the time that this episode comes out, let's just say one of my personal favorite villains may be getting teased for the future of the show. For maybe this season or even next season. That's Onslaught. So I'm really excited to see what happens. We saw a tease of Onslaught last season in season 1. I think now Onslaught is going to be coming this season, if not next season. I just absolutely love it, dude. I don't want to say I've been going through an identity crisis, but I've been going through, I think identity crisis is the wrong word to use, Rob. So please help me out here. But I feel like, like my mind has not it's been like very like wavy recently. I really don't know how the way to say it. There's really no other way I could really say it.
No, like what's up? Your
Like
imposter syndrome, maybe?
No, I wouldn't say impossible. It's like I know how much I love Marvel, but it's like sometimes I just forget how much I love Marvel. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with DC. It's like I know how much I love DC, but sometimes I forget how much I love DC.
So, yeah, I do think that is imposter syndrome. No,
I don't think it's imposter syndrome.
I don't know. I'm not a.
Let's see here. A psychological phenomenon where persistently doubt. No, that's just doubting like your skills, talents, or accomplishments.
Okay.
I mean, I don't doubt any of my skills or accomplishments. One of my greatest accomplishments is having you two as my friends, you and Cam. You and Cam's not here, and doing this podcast.
Shout out.
That's 100% the truth. This is one of my favorite accomplishments to do. But I just absolutely love Marvel. I kind of want to. I was telling my friend Jake, shout out Jake. I kind of want to go on a rewatch again, even though I just rewatched the movies. I kind of want to go back on a rewatch of the Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire. That's my Spider-Man. So it's like, I'm really excited for that. Quick little side talk for NHL. Shout out Nat, which I will be clipping this and sending you to her when the video does come out.
I'll clip it for you. Yeah.
The Rangers have been making a lot of moves. She's not a Rangers fan. She's a Devils fan. But the Rangers have been making moves. The first move was the Rangers acquiring Jonas Pisalo. I'm going to very butcher that name. I'm sorry. Where the Boston Bruins received the 2028 fourth-round draft pick and Callie Vinanson, while then we also welcome forward Joe Veleno to a one-year contract. We welcome Oliver Biestrand, another right forward, to a one-year contract. We welcome Mark Delgazzo, defenseman, to a two-year contract. Another trade where where the Rangers will receive Sean Druzy, Cole Berdoin, and the 2027 third-round draft pick, where the Utah Mammoths received Vincent Trocheck. So this is starting to come into the whole rebuild. The Rangers are going to a rebuild. We also, like I said, we get Sean Druzy, and then we also do have the Rangers acquiring the 2027 second-round draft pick, the 2028 conditional third-round draft pick, and Boston receiving Will Borden, and then we've been doing a lot of trades, but this is perfect for us rebuilding. The Rangers are in a rebuild, so this is perfect for hockey.
Is it the
Um,
off season in hockey right now, or
it
what's
is the
happening?
offseason in hockey. It's like the NBA. It is the offseason in hockey. The Rangers acquire Marcus Peterson, while the Vancouver Canucks receive a 2030 conditional first round draft pick. Um, yeah, uh, just so much. There's so much stuff has been happening with the Rangers. I'm very happy. I mean, I definitely got to get tuned back into to hockey. I haven't really been watching a lot of hockey recently, so I got to get tuned back into hockey.
Shout
Um,
out Nat.
Shout out Nat.
I've been following through her story. I think the Devils are making moves as well. So
I believe the Devils are making some big moves as well. So very excited to see that, to see what they're doing in the offseason. Even though I'm not a Devils fan, but I'm very excited to see what moves they can be making in this offseason. To the World Cup now, because now we do a little World Cup.
I'm very
England.
upset at what's happening, and
so
absolutely upset. Oh, I'm so fucking sad.
so today we had England beat the DR Congo 2-1. Was that what you were sad about?
I'm sad about all the African nations being floppers, man. I'm so sad.
Yeah,
Like
Belgium. I just saw
we
Belgium.
should have won all these games, man. Cote d'Ivoire, we should have won. Who else got eliminated? Congo got eliminated. Senegal got eliminated. Like, what's happening? We just got Morocco now.
Senegal lost to Belgium 3-2, and now we have the USA playing those bitches Bosnia, who eliminated Italy again.
They are leading.
The USA leading,
but they have a red card, so
they do have a red card.
Oh,
So
but they just lost their striker. They're good. They didn't lose the defender.
therefore, Italy should have been in Bosnia's position. Just saying.
Bro, get out of here, bro.
Wait, what?
They should have qualified.
I'm not gonna lie. I did not even see that. Okay, but we'll get to that when we talk about the NBA. Oh my god.
And they talk okay.
Just a lot of the off-season shit. But now we get to F1. Do a little F1. We had of course the Red Bull Ring race that just happened in Austria. Now we have the British Grand Prix.
I told you Max Verstappen in Austria, bro. I told you.
But he didn't win.
He was close, though. He was second.
He was second.
I said he can. I said he can, and he was very close. So
congratulations. He was number 2, but he did not win. It was George Russell.
Bro, this is F1, bro. Number 2 is a lot.
But you're actually right. But then we have the British Grand Prix this Sunday, July 5th at 10 a.m. Damn, I'm gonna miss it because I'm gonna be at work. At the Silverstone circuit. Any predictions? Rob was gonna win. You think Russell's gonna win it? Honestly, hot take. I think Lewis is gonna win it.
Nah, not Ferrari.
Not Ferrari.
Not in Silverstone. I think it might be another Ferrari. Mercedes one, sorry.
So do you think George will take it, or do you think maybe Kimi would take the win?
It's a home race, so you give it to the homeboy, which is
probably George
Russell. Yeah, but you
if
never
it's
know.
Kimi
Can come back.
So here's the thing, and I was telling this to a couple of my friends the other day, to like my friends Colin, Pete, like shout out them because I was on FaceTime. The thing with me and F1 is like I like F1, I like the race. Like I'm not a Red Bull fan. I think I said this to you guys actually too. I'm not a Red Bull fan, but I like Max Verstappen. So it's like I don't have like a team I support. You know what I mean?
The thing with F1, and you're not crazy for that. Don't even worry about it. It's just F1 is very. You have your driver, and you will support him no matter where he goes. Teams, it's typically rare that people are like, "Well, I'm a full-blown McLaren fan like me." Like I love McLaren. They've always been my guys, but I've always been a Lewis fan. So even if he goes Mercedes, if he goes Ferrari, I'm gonna be like, yeah.
You're like, so you're basically like, shout out this man because I love this tall, lanky fuck. You're basically like Philippe. Then it's like wherever KD goes.
Yeah, but he supports the Knicks, right? So it's like.
Yeah, I think he's a Knicks supporter, but he's just a KD fan. So it's like wherever KD goes, he likes.
Same thing with LeBron fans. I mean, LeBron fans are more special. Like they just care about. They just care about LeBron. They don't care about the league.
LeBron's going to the Clippers.
Hey, I just saw right now the Sixers have expressed interest in LeBron James. So,
If that happens, I'm not watching basketball ever again.
Let's wait for NBA talk because there's a lot of shit to talk
If
about.
that happened, Rob, I'm
So
saying
much
right
shit
now,
is
if that
happening
happens,
as we're talking right now.
Rob, I'm going to tell you right now, if that happens, I'm not watching NBA this season. They already took Jaylen Brown, which we'll get to in a minute. They already took Jaylen Brown. Malik
USA
Tillman.
just scored.
Malik Tillman, American hero. Let's see what other Yankees have been in a losing streak. So there's nothing for me to talk about this fucking team. We have lost every game recently.
You guys lost your best player, no?
No, we still have our best players. Dude, the last win.
Who's the one that got injured? I think someone got injured recently, no? And I think was
Someone
making the
did.
news.
The last game we won was against the Tigers June 24th. We lost every game against the Red Sox. And we
June
lost,
24th. Oh God.
And we
as we're talking, it's July 1st, by the way.
It is July 1st. By the time this comes out, it will be my birthday, actually. So
in a week. Are we just in agreement that this is releasing every Wednesday now?
Probably every Tuesday. I'm not gonna lie, because yesterday that we had the episode drop.
So every Tuesday is when the episodes drop.
And then every two. So yeah, I honestly kind of like that. So on a quick side tangent, I feel like that's good. I mean, because we had last week where you had to run late, and we had to push back to Wednesday, and then we had today because Cam was working the double.
So
yesterday. So every
Tuesday release episode, Wednesday we record them.
I was gonna say Tuesdays is like we release and record because then we're not doing
release and record guys. It's Wednesday again.
Well, then again, the only reason why I'm saying we should do it next Tuesday, though, only for the fact that I'm going to be probably out for my birthday, so that's why.
That's fair. Okay.
Because I'm going to be doing, which again, I do have to pull you you and Cam whenever Cam eventually comes here. I got to, after we're done recording, I do have to pull you to a side because I have a plan brewing in my head. But Wednesday's my birthday, and I'm probably going to be with my family, so that's why I feel like next Tuesday is like the only other Tuesday we should just release and record.
Okay. I mean, I'll get this episode edited most likely this weekend anyway.
I mean, there's not a lot. I mean, like I said, I feel like there's not a lot we can really edit. It's not like last.
Well, we're not gonna edit anything for this one. We've been pretty safe.
So. We've been saying Cam's not here.
Cam's not here yet, but it's gonna be a pretty long episode, I assume.
It has been like an hour and 15, and I'm like worrying for this kid.
I mean, worst case scenario, he'll pop in. We'll do NBA talk for like a cheeky half hour if he's not too tired. And then...
If he's not, yeah. But it's like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's probably the plan right now. I'm trying to just fucking back to the Yankees. We've lost every game. We play the Twins tomorrow. I think the Twins. What's the Twins record right now?
The Twins is funny.
The Twins is third in the AL Central. So fuck. And we're second in the AL East. Fuck. You know what? At least I'll say this right now. At least we're not the Colorado Rockies. We're not 33-53 right now.
How bad is that? Well, what's like the worst record right now?
33-53.
No, the worst?
That's the worst.
Oh.
The worst records in baseball right now are the Colorado Rockies 33-53. The Giants 35-50, the Reds 39-45, the Mets 36-51, the Royals 35-51, and then the Angels 36-51.
I gotta get into baseball more.
Baseball's another thing where it's like I watch here and there. I really don't watch baseball that much. Yeah, so the score right now for the USA game because I'm on ESPN, the score is 2-0. So fuck Bosnia. Italy's better. You guys should not beat Italy. Rob, you're giving me that look. I know that look.
I'm not even gonna comment. I'm not.
Like I said, I'm just trying to do some padding right now until Cam comes here because I don't want to skip to the NBA talk now. So it's like I'm just trying to pad everything out.
Yeah, we're trying to pad it out, but by the time he gets home, by the time he gets ready, we probably have like another 20 minutes.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
Um,
What's another thing? And then once it turns 10 o'clock, we'll switch to the NBA talk.
yeah,
You know, yeah. What is there anything you've been watching recently? I just do it because I used to do this all the time. So it's like,
yeah. Recently, I have not been watching any shows. Like I started House a couple of months ago.
yes, Hugo, right? Hugo,
Hugo, my
shout out
boy, shout
Hugo.
out Hugo. He was very. I don't want to say annoying about it, but he really wanted me to watch it because it's his favorite show. So I started it, and I'm at season 7. I think there's 8 or 9 seasons. I'm at season 7. I haven't watched it in a month now. This because I just found it very repetitive. It's a good show, don't get me wrong. Shout out Hugh Laurie, his performance is phenomenal. Crazy that he never won an Emmy for this role. Yeah, but other than that, really, I haven't watched much. The Boys, that was what I was watching week in, week out a couple of months ago. Well, not a couple of months, a couple of weeks actually. It hasn't been that long.
I thought The Boys was I love The Boys. Boys is one of my favorite shows of all time. So that ending was pretty good.
I think the ending was good despite its season. You know,
That's fair because I've heard that 5 was like somewhat in the middle. Like a lot of people liked it, a lot of people were like kind of divided on it. So
I'd give season 5 like a 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. It's nothing too crazy. It's just a shame that it's the final season and they were preparing for Soldier Boy show. I forgot what's it called. Vought Rising.
Bot Rising.
Vought Rising. So you can tell they were really preparing for that one, and they didn't have enough episodes to tell the story they wanted. And they were working on a tighter budget. I feel like in terms of scale, it went down. But you can notice that already in season 4. And season 4 is the same thing. I give it like a 5, 6 out of 10. But the first 3 seasons, oh my god, that is television. That is so good,
Absolute cinema.
absolute cinema. So yeah, the boys ended. Shout out them, I guess they did what they could. Anthony Starr, get that man his Emmy.
That he's such a good fucking actor, dude. He is such a good fucking actor.
He has been consistent. I mean, most of them have been consistent over the course of the show.
Carl Urban,
And
Aaron Morty, Laz Alonso, Jesse T. Usher, Jack Quaid.
I was going to call him Jack Huey. Jack Quaid, yeah. Yeah, they've been really good, and there's nothing you can take away from them other than they were phenomenal. Their performances, they never dropped. Even if their character arcs sometimes were stagnant, they just kept giving their best performances, and I'm happy for them.
Me too. Only show. I mean, I'm rewatching Power. I'm doing a Power rewatch every year now. I mean, I started rewatching the beginning of June. It's right in July. I'm halfway through season 5, so hopefully, I'm trying to finish Power by at least my birthday. Not
Mm.
gonna lie. I love Power. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I love the whole entire universe. I think the next thing that I'm gonna watch, which I really should be watching new shows. So technically, I am watching a new show because I actually haven't really watched Power Raising Kanan as much. Book 3. I only saw the first like 2, 3 episodes, but I never actually finished watching it. So I'm gonna probably wait till Raising Kanan is out in its entirety, and then run through. Excuse me, then run through season Raising Kanan. But they it's so funny because everyone asks me like, Dominic, why do you rewatch all your like the same shows all the time? Because like there's really not a lot that interests me. Like my friend Pete, shout out Pete, like he always recommends me Game of Thrones. And
I
listen,
never watched it.
it's not that I don't want to watch it. It's just I'm not interested in watching it because like besides like Lord of the Rings, I'm not really that big into medieval stuff.
I love fantasy shit. I'll be honest, like especially anime. Uh, for anyone that is interested in anime, Freerin, I absolutely love. Which what's it called? I think there's something that came out recently, which Atelier or something. That's also awesome, like fantasy. So, quick recommendations. Maggie, my favorite. Wait. What is it? I have the first one. Yes, Maggie. For anyone that's interested, absolutely phenomenal. Um, yeah, I mean, fantasy's fun. I like fantasy.
Like I said, it's just like I need to be into it. It's like other than that, it's like I mean I'm kind of like I'm going to sleep to watching like Justice League, like all the DC cartoons I grew up watching. So it's like it's always fun to go back to rewatch Justice League Unlimited, Batman Beyond, Batman the MA series.
Young
Um,
Justice, the first two seasons.
so I actually haven't watched the season 3 and season 4 of Young
I
Justice.
refuse to watch. I watched half of season 3, and I was like, "This is not the show that I loved." So I never continued it.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, like I said, I never really watched. I never watched the season 3 and season 4, but I grew up watching 1 and 2 when they were on Cartoon Network back in the day. Uh,
Yo.
yeah. What else? I mean, movie wise, like there are a couple
Oh,
movies.
yeah. Let's talk movies because
There's
I
Super
said
Bowl three.
superhero earlier, but what's coming out in July? I think July is going to be a very interesting month. We got Spider Man later in the month. Don's got a shirt.
This is my favorite superhero of all time. It has been since I was a little kid. Will forever be my favorite superhero of all time. I fucking love Spider Man. I'm so hyped for this movie. Like I'm trying to go opening night, like
Ooh.
really bad. It's going to be a long shot because I know it's going to be packed. Because I'm not to tell you a little story. Even I'm surprised it was even packed when we went to go see it. But when Fantastic Four came out opening night, it was packed. Spider Man.
Because it's Marvel, regardless of what people say, like, oh, it's tired and everything. They have a what's the word I'm looking for? Committed fan base. You know, like they'll still show up for them.
I mean, I think out of like, and I did like a whole TikTok. That's on my TikTok. Shout out, plug in TikTok right here.
Motherfucker! Now I gotta find this part to fucking edit.
All right, you know what? I'll help you out. So we'll cut this out.
No, we're not gonna cut it out. I just gotta find it now.
It's fine. All right, to help you out, we could cut this out.
Anyways, I'm gonna keep it in. I'm not gonna kill myself over this shit.
All right. No, but seriously, I did a TikTok on my TikTok, the_Romano05, just to help you out, Rob, so you don't have to plug it in. Where I did say this was what my honest opinions were on every Marvel movie of since after Endgame. I think Black Widow it's just a really good movie. It wasn't anything spectacular. I mean, there was of course a lot of problems I had with it. I thought it was a little too long. They did, Taskmaster wasn't the best, which sucks because Taskmaster is such an interesting character. The CGI in action were kind of rubbery. I thought Shang-Chi was great. Again, the only problem I thought Shang-Chi was fantastic. I think, the best way you could describe Shang-Chi was like the Asian culture's Black Panther, and it really is. I mean, it's such an interesting, with the mythology and everything going behind it. It's just such a remarkable film. And I feel like a lot of people do sleep on Shang-Chi. I feel like a lot of people don't give Shang-Chi and Legend of Ten Rings its flowers. I think Eternals is arguably the worst Marvel movie we've gotten. It's such a mid movie. I fell asleep. Should have been a show. I've sit here and said that I don't have to praise Spider-Man No Way Home. It's my favorite movie of all time, not because of nostalgia. It's my favorite movie of all time only for the fact that it's not only Spider-Man, it's my favorite character, but and I can make the same argument with Spider-Man 2, which is also one of my favorite movies of all time. But Spider-Man No Way Home to me, it's like you just see such an evolution of Peter Parker's character. Granted, we followed Tobey's Spider-Man for one movie. With Peter, we basically followed him for an entire decade. So that's why it's my favorite movie. We're seeing Peter Parker's evolution as a character come around. And again, I'm not taking this away from Spider-Man 2. Because I honestly think Spider-Man 2 did a whole lot better. But to me, I feel like this showed a lot of what Peter Parker has dealt with and has faced, for the, however long we've been following him, like I think it was like 5 years since he got introduced. Doctor Strange 2, it's great.
I find it visually interesting because it's just Sam Raimi, but
you can never
go wrong. What the film is, it's whatever for me.
It's a great movie. Nothing to write home about. Thor: Love and Thunder. I watched it opening day, and it came out on my birthday. So I watched it opening day. Opening day, I thought it was fantastic. I went to go rewatch it. It's just okay. It's not.
Awful. I am not doing this. It is an awful film, Don. Stop that.
The only reason why I'm saying it's okay because I think the only thing that carries it for me is Christian Bale.
Yeah, but that's just a great actor in a terrible movie.
Yeah, yeah. You can say that about a lot of people. So I thought honestly, like I gotta go back to rewatch Black Panther Wakanda Forever. When I first watched it, I gave it an 8.5, and that's been my standing. It's an amazing movie, but to me, I felt like the first one was better. And I will sit here and say the first one's better, but I'm not saying Wakanda Forever is bad.
I'm not gonna say what I think about Black Panther because I might get a lot of people mad. It is a crazy take, but I might get a lot of people mad if I say what I have to say about those two films. I'm like,
We don't
let's
want to
keep
get
this
Rob
behind
killed.
closed doors.
Don't want to get Rob killed then. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Again, I saw it like the day after it came out. Just mid as fuck. I actually am not a fan of this movie. I mean, well, I will shout out, even though everything that has happened, Jonathan Majors did do a really, really damn good job as Kang before everything had happened with him. So I want to give him his flowers where the flowers are given. But of course, unfortunate of everything that happened, the circumstances that happened after the movie released.
It was unfortunate.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is peak. I
It
think
is great. It is phenomenal.
that movie was the perfect ending to this trilogy. And it's honestly, it's the only Marvel movie to make me cry.
Did I cry at it? I don't think I cried, but I was very emotional.
This was the only Marvel movie because of Rocket and his origin.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
This was the only Marvel movie to actually make me cry. And I love this movie to death. I thought the Marvels was good. Again, it's fine for what it is.
It's fine for what it is, though. The people that are saying it was awful, that's just misogyny tax. I'm sorry.
Like I said, I thought the movie was just fine as is. It's good. Nothing to write home about. I even thought the first Captain Marvel was good. Again, nothing to write home about.
It's a whatever, you know.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Fun.
That movie's phenomenal. That I love. Another Marvel movie that I cried at only for, and I can tell you why I cried at Deadpool and Wolverine. And all my friends love to make fun of me about this, so they go fuck themselves. At the end of the movie, saw the end credit. The end credits of that movie was a montage of all the Fox movies and all the legacy movies that came up to Deadpool to make Deadpool and Wolverine. So both for the first two Deadpools, all the X-Men, all the Fantastic Fours, the Blade trilogy, uh, Daredevil and Elektra. To me, it made me emotional because when I saw that, I was 19 and I'm about to be 21. So as a 19-year-old, watching that end credits to me meant something because I saw my childhood in front of my eyes and it felt like my childhood. That was like a nice little signature to my childhood. I think the real signature to my childhood, I'm getting emotional. I don't know why. It's a fucking movie about Marvel characters. But to me, I grew up with these characters. I grew up loving these characters. I think that Doomsday and Secret Wars is going to probably be the end of me emotionally because I can't handle that amount of emotion going into a Marvel movie.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, Doomsday is gonna be such a weird. It's a weird case of a film because there's so many actors in it, and so many characters and so many stories. Unless this is like 3 hours long, and even then, 3 hours might not be enough. I have no idea how they're gonna put everything together.
Well, I think Doomsday is supposed to be like 3 hours, and then apparently they're supposed to split Secret Wars into two parts. That's the rumor I heard. We'll get more confirmation. Actually, yeah, this is a perfect plug-in. We get more confirmation this month because of San Diego Comic-Con. So
Oh, okay.
we're going to know what happens. That's actually perfect. Captain America, what was it? Captain America Brave New World. Honestly, really good. But the thing with that movie, I'm not going to lie, you can tell that movie is two different movies. Like you could tell the pacing of that movie is just so off. It's not even funny. It's
Hmm. Yeah, I can say it.
but
Definitely.
it's a really good movie for what it is. And I thought Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four were both 10 out of 10. It's just two fun movies to watch.
10 out of 10. Oh my god, you're generous.
Well, Thunderbolts was actually really fun. That's why I thought Thunderbolts was just a remarkable, just fun movie. And Fantastic Four. Now, this was actually made like right after I saw Fantastic Four, so to really switch it up, it's actually more of a 9 out of 10 in my book. It's just it's pun intended. It is a fantastic movie. I feel like it could have been better though.
I would have. I gave it like a 7 based off the fact that it was just.
It was good. It was there.
It was good. It wasn't mid, but it was good enough. Nothing too crazy.
Now, Cam is not here. It is bad. It's been an hour and a half.
It's 10. Oh, and also, Odyssey movie. Are you excited for that?
That movie's going to be remarkable. I want to go see that opening night.
It's gonna. This is so weird because I was talking to my friend Ellie. Shout out Ellie. I was excited for it a year ago, like when the first trailer came out and everything. But it's like, bro, as we get closer each time, I'm like, something feels off to me. I don't know why. I know it's gonna be incredible. It's a Nolan film. It's the Odyssey. I was gonna say we all read the Odyssey, but I'm sure 90% of the people.
I read the Odyssey.
No, I know, but I'm like, I was being too generous with the human population. I was I was placing my expectations a bit too high, but yeah, we know the Odyssey. It should be great, but I don't know. Something definitely feels off to me. I don't know why.
Now, it has been an hour and 30 minutes. It's been an hour and a half.
Even more, bro. It's almost been 2 hours like that we've been. Oh no, I'm bugging.
About an hour and a half. Yeah, about an hour.
We started at 8:30, right?
Like 8:45.
8:45. Okay, that's not.
Cam is still not here. So Cam, we're sorry, but we're doing the NBA talk without you. If you come back in,
we got to start because I got work in the morning.
Now, before we get to everything that's happened today, first and foremost, some smaller things to the first off, LaMelo Ball. We'll get to that first. Right when we got off the podcast last week, there was already trade talks for LaMelo Ball, and LaMelo Ball had now been traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Naz Reid and a couple of round picks to the Charlotte Hornets. I like it because you finally give somebody to AE.
But how is it going to work, though?
That's the real question.
They need a forward. Because if you're getting rid of Naz Reid, who are you going to place in the wing?
Well, so we have the center. So the center's probably going to be Rudy, and then
it is definitely Rudy. Yeah, he's not leaving.
And then the small forward is best played by what's his face? Oh my gosh, by McDaniels. I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah. And then we got our shooting guard, that's AE, and then we got our point guard, that's LaMelo. But who's going to be
small forward free agents right now? If I can look at it.
No, power forward.
Oh, power forward. My bad. Power forward free agents right now. We have, so I can't say Tobias Harris because Tobias Harris has been signed.
He's been picked up by the Spurs.
Which we'll get to them, in a minute. So power forward we want. So wait, what the fuck? No, he signed a contract, right? Yeah, didn't he sign?
He signed.
No, Porzingis and Draymond. Porzingis. Didn't Porzingis sign? Resigned?
Oh, Porzingis signed. He re-signed with the Warriors today, yeah.
Yeah, so this thing isn't right.
It's not updated probably, but
LeBron is still on the market.
So that is the big news, by the way, that we're going to get to.
We'll get to. But I think that the Timberwolves should land Rui Hachimura.
They're capable of it.
I think
Rui might be going to Detroit or something. I saw. Let me check.
I hope it's not Detroit. They don't need him in Detroit.
Let me see, because I knew I saw like something relating to Rui earlier.
On quick side notes too, Marcus Smart. Oh, we'll get some more Smart. Andrew Wiggins re-signed to the Miami Heat. Kobe White re-signed to the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, the Pistons are zeroing in on Rui Hachimura.
They shouldn't go after him.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
He just lost Harris, and Duran probably wants to leave as well. So
Bradley Beal declined his player option. Kuminga is a free agent. Landry Shamet re-signed with the Knicks.
Oh yeah, Kaminga might be an option for the Wolves. Maybe
I would rather watch paint dry than watch Kaminga on the Timberwolves.
it's something. If you need a wing threat, so I'm like,
True, true. Yeah, so and then Porzingis has agreed to his contract extension. Harrison Barnes stayed with San Antonio.
yeah.
Oh, Draymond declined his player option, but he's probably going to resign for a cheaper.
I don't even think he's gonna resign at all. I think he's leaving.
You think Draymond will leave?
Yeah, and I think they don't want him there.
I disagree. I think Draymond's going to stay. I'd honestly see Draymond say, "Oh, James Harden declined his player option, so they're working on a
But
more."
he's working on a deal, so we're showing.
Miles Bridges went to the Phoenix Suns for Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and the 2033 first round pick.
Can we talk about the Hornets blowing up their entire roster?
I mean, unless they want to build around Khan, it's one thing, but it's like you got rid of LaMelo, you got rid of Miles Bridges. Like, what was the real point of that?
A bunch of guys left as well, like a bunch of role players. I'm like, what is happening in
no,
Charlotte?
he was the other guy. It was, I don't know, it's very weird to see the Hornets doing it, especially after the season they had. The Hornets had a pretty damn good season, too.
Them in Detroit, like they just blew up their rosters, and I'm like, very interesting because this is restarting from scratch. And do you want Khan to lead the line moving forward? I don't think it's a good option, but
I don't think it's a good option either, Rob. I'm not going to lie. Now, I'm trying to find the Ja Morant trade. And I can't find it. It's very.
It's such a weird trade. Like,
I can't find it. But basically, Ja Morant is going to Portland.
I'll find it right now. Give me a second.
Oh, I found it right here. So the Memphis Grizzlies are trading two-time NBA All-Star Ja Morant to the Portland Trail Blazers for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray.
Which I'll be honest, the Grizzlies may have fleeced Portland with this one.
I think they did.
Because the idea, I saw a report they're trying to play Lillard and Morant at the same time, which no good, puppy. That's no good. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but
unless they put like one of them as a shooting guard, but it's like even that's like
that's just it's too small of a lineup. Because someone did a Portland Trailblazers lineup like list bracket thing, and I'm like, that team is it's a very mid team, you know. They're not going to do anything interesting.
But now we get to real big meat and potatoes that started yesterday. So first and foremost, the Los Angeles Clippers are nearing a deal that sends Kawhi Leonard back home to the Toronto Raptors for Brendan Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, 1 pick swap, and 2 second-rounders. This is awesome. I love Kawhi Leonard. I will sit here and say that Kawhi Leonard is one of the most underrated players in NBA. I feel like a lot of people, like, we give him his flowers, but I feel like not a lot of people give him his flowers. I love this move for Toronto. You get back the guy who brought you your only championship back. Toronto's going to be really tough next season, especially with like Scotty, with him and Scotty. So him and RJ Barrett. So it's really interesting.
You know, it makes me think that the whole Clipper era that we had for like the past 7 years, just a big waste of time. Big waste of time. Nothing to sink your teeth into. You just don't care. It didn't lead to anything. You were supposed to be one of the top teams, and it just ended up being whatever.
The Clipper, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a testament to Clippers being little bro to the Lakers, you know? Like, they're just little bro. Yeah, no matter what you do, you're not going to...
They're little brother. They're little brother.
It's like the Nets with the Knicks. It's like, you're little bro.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to put it. I'm not going to lie. Tim Hardaway Jr. has agreed to a deal with the Miami Heat. I actually like this move because it actually really gives shooters for Miami, and I think it's a really good move for them.
The Heat are looking interesting. I'll say like that.
Yeah.
Like last week I said it's going to be weird. This week I'm like, okay, there's something here.
Keon Ellis has agreed to a 2-year, $18 million guarantee deal with the Brooklyn Nets. Interesting.
Good for him, I guess. Yeah.
Interesting. Dean Wade signed a 4-year, $39 million deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. Good for him.
Especially with today's big news.
We'll get to that in a minute. I don't want to skip ahead, Rob.
We'll get to that in a minute.
We have so much still to talk about. Marcus Smart agreed to a 2-year, $13 million dollar deal with the Houston Rockets. This is good because they finally have a point guard with them.
Yeah. Who were they running last season?
Well, I know Fred VanVleet was out for the season.
Is he still injured for this coming season, or is he back?
No, I'm going to be honest with you. I got to double check that.
He might be injured for a while. That's why they're probably getting him. So,
well, I did see something else with Fred VanVleet that had happened. Like when everyone, Lou Dort was picked up, his $17.7 million team option was picked up. That's another thing. So Marcus Smart declined so that's what happened. So Marcus Smart declined his $5.4 million player contract from the Lakers.
oh yeah, I mean the Snowtown Lakers. We'll talk about it in a minute, but yeah.
So Fred VanVleet is opting into his $25 million player option.
I feel like it's a bit of a jackass move if you're not coming back this season.
It's more of a jackass.
No, because I mean, I get NBA players, they want their money, but the Rockets are trying to win and they're trying to get players. And if you're opting into your player option, you're kind of like limiting their cap space. So
John Collins agreed to a 3-year, $51 million deal to the Detroit Pistons. It's good. I guess it's more of a win now. You get somebody else to help out Cade. I don't like it, though. I'm not going to lie.
It's what our move, I'll be honest with you.
I think John Collins would have been a better fit, if not a perfect fit, for Minnesota.
Minnesota won him, though. That's the thing. I don't think they like his play style.
I said this, and I said this for the past 2 weeks. About the team. But Norman Powell agreed to a 2-year, $45 million deal with the Chicago Bulls. I said that depending what the Bulls do during the offseason, the Bulls will be a fun and interesting team to watch next season. So this definitely adds something good to them, especially to help out. I think we're looking at the lineup. We're going to be seeing Josh Giddey at the 1, and then why am I forgetting his name right now?
Powell at the 2.
Powell at the. Yeah, Powell at the 2, and then Buzelis at the 3, then Wilson at the 4, Caleb Wilson, and then Nick Koch at the 5.
That team is ass. That team is ass. Like there's nothing there. They don't even look fun.
Our backup center, the Knicks backup center, Ariel Hook-Porty, has agreed to a 1-year, $3.4 million deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. It sucks because I think Hook-Porty would have been great if Mitch, which of course he walked, which we'll get to in a minute. Still very upset about this. I think that if we kept Hook-Porty would have been great to develop on.
Yeah, he could have been interesting, but I guess he wants more playing time. But I don't see how he's going to get more playing time in Philly. So shout out him. Good luck to him.
Vucevic has agreed to come back to the Orlando Magic to a 1-year, $3.9 million deal.
Decent move for him going back home.
Now, one of the things that pissed me off today that I almost threw my food, and I almost threw my phone across the garage because I was working in the garage with my dad. Free agent Mitchell Robinson has agreed to a 3-year, $47.4 million deal to sign with the Boston Celtics with a player option in his 3rd season. Mitch, first and foremost, I want to thank you for what you've done for this team. You've been through with this team through the rough. 17-65 was your rookie season. So I want to thank you for sticking with us and being one of those guys who helped the Knicks win the championship. And we knew you were going to walk. I hate to say it. But of all fucking places, why the fuck did you have to go to Boston? Our biggest fucking rival next to Indiana and Philadelphia. Our biggest rival. Why did you have to go to Boston? If you wanted to drive your truck and stay in New York, you should have went to fucking Brooklyn, dumbass.
Oh, Brooklyn's kind of worse. I mean, it's a shame, but hey, go get that bread. You help us win the championship, so.
I think was it you who sent in the group chat fucking Josh Hart's story?
No, I think that's Raven that sent it, no?
I forget. I may have been you or Raven. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I didn't send anything. Mr. Robinson. I'm looking through the group chat right now.
Me too. No, it was Vic.
Vic something.
Vic said, fucking Josh Hart story goes, bag well deserved, champ. You and Op now though. Yo, Josh Hart's a funny motherfucker, bro. I
Yeah,
love
he's
Josh
too
Hart.
funny, man.
But Rob, what do we think with the whole Mitch leaving for Boston? This is what upsets me. It's fucking Boston.
I saw a tweet earlier, which I found very funny. It was like a dude saying, when Mitch is gonna go to the line and miss 8 free throws, we're gonna hear slurs we haven't heard since the 1960s. And I'm like, yeah, I can see happen.
Buddy, you thought New York was bad. Welcome
You
to
thought New York was
Boston.
bad, buddy. You went to Boston of all places. So I'm like, hey, like I said, we won our championship. We got ours. You know,
We
it's a
did
bit
what
of
we
a
had to
shame.
do.
He played his role. He was incredible. Now we just move on. No, he wants to leave. We're not gonna hold him back. He wants his money. He wants to drive a truck. Hey, good luck to you, man. Honestly, we're gonna
Now,
run that Hackamich. We're gonna run the Hackamich. It's gonna hurt a bit, but it's like, fuck it. You know, we do what we can.
now here's the team that I do want to talk about here because they did a lot of shit right now. So first, starting off with, the Los Angeles Lakers acquired Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz for unprotected first-round picks in 2031 and 2033 and first-round swaps in 2038 and 2030. Kessler will sign a massive 4-year, $130 million deal with the Lakers. Then, Sandro, I'm going to call him Mamu. I'll just say Mamu because that's his
Yeah,
nickname.
my Muscavelli, yeah.
Mamu has agreed to a 4-year, $52 million deal to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers with a player option in his 4th season. Then Quentin Grimes has agreed to a 4-year, $60 million deal to join the Los Angeles Lakers. And then Colin Sexton has agreed to a 2-year, $19 million deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. Honestly, I like this because you're giving AR and you're giving Luka more, I wouldn't say weapons, but you're giving more talent to surround them with to help them out. Because I will say, Walker Kessler is going to be a starter. I hate to say DeAndre, but you're sitting your ass on that bench.
My thing is like, Kessler is currently not that big of a star for him to be getting that massive of a contract.
I agree.
That's my issue. But otherwise, I think the guys that they brought in, honestly, good moves. Good moves. Like
good bench pieces.
It frees up Luka, frees up AR a bit.
What position does Quentin play?
Shooting guard, quote unquote. You know.
Well, yeah, he is a guard. That's not going to help
yeah.
because AR is the shooting guard, isn't he?
Yeah, but he comes off the bench, I guess. Then
I guess, but I feel like
you get Quentin Grimes and Colin Sexton off the bench, and they can run a pretty good defensive line, I imagine. So I'm like, yeah,
well, this thing with Austin Reeves is, Austin Reeves is the shooting guard, and Luka plays point guard.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else we had? Yeah, Anthony Melton has agreed to a 2-year, $11 million deal to turn to the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, he has nowhere else to go. He's shown.
Kelly Oubre Jr. agreed to a 2-year, nearly $17 million deal to sign with the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah. I want to see the Pacers next year. I'm a bit interested because when Halliburton comes back, is this team going to be? Is this team going to be as bad as they were this season? Because oh my fucking god, this could not be.
Miles Turner did not lead that team.
No, Turner did not lead that team. Siakam did not lead that team. Wait, Siakam.
Yes, Siakam.
Yeah, Siakam. Yeah. You know, I bugged out because.
And Benedict Mathurin was traded to the fucking Clippers.
I was playing 2K earlier and they traded Siakam. I was like, wait, is Siakam in Philly or is Siakam in Indiana? No, yeah. He's in Indiana.
Now this is a move I really like because again, I'm not going to sit here and defend, but Tobias Harris has agreed a 2-year, $31 million deal with the San Antonio Spurs. I really love this deal. And I really love this signing for them because this finally gives somebody to help Wemby out.
And give another big signing. People are saying like veteran presence. I'm like, fuck your veteran presence. I'll be honest. I just need you to be useful, competent, because we got Fox for veteran presence, and what happened. So let's see what they can do with Tobias Harris. I was gonna say.
On a side note, Cam is not in like a waiting room or anything, right?
No, not at all.
No, he's not waiting.
He might legit be dead. I'll be honest.
I'm not gonna lie.
So I guess today's episode is just gonna be me and you, buddy. because
So
we have been
undoubtedly,
running this for almost 2 hours, so we do
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
wrap up soon.
But now the last blockbuster trade that we have gotten is, of course, Jalen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers for Paul George, 2 first-round picks and two second-round swaps. And
That is
the
possibly the
details
most embarrassing
the details
trade
on
right now.
the 76ers picks. It's a 2028 first-round pick that could convert from a first-choice swap that's more favorable to Boston. 2031 unprotected Philadelphia first, 2028 second round most favorable to Golden State Warriors, OKC, or Milwaukee, and then 2030 second most favorable to Washington, Portland, or Phoenix. So we got rid of Jalen Brown. They got rid of Jalen Brown.
If I'm a Celtics fan, I'll be absolutely pissed. Absolutely pissed. Because I am sorry, you traded top 5 players of last season, debatably, but absolutely top 10 players of the league last season for a bag of chips.
And Paul George, who's, mind you, is like,
I'm sorry. This is possibly the most embarrassing trade we have seen in the past couple of years. Because I don't understand how you can do this. So there is definitely a lot of shit happening behind the scenes that we don't know about, that we're probably never going to know about for a while at least.
I see the 2019 Eastern Conference Finals happen with the fucking Philadelphia 76ers and the Toronto Raptors.
I'm like, bro, this is just. I mean, Philly, I guess they're going to get a good team, but this is just crazy to me. Like, this trade had genuinely irked me for a bit.
Now, would I say, not even say it's a hot take, but what would I say that this take is interesting? The fact of you just got Jalen Brown off Boston. Now you have not Grimes, Maxey, Edgecombe, Brown, Dean Wade, and Embiid. Solid team, don't get me wrong, but what do we think? Do we see it being a super team? Would this be considered as a super team that could fail?
I don't even think this is a super team. I think this is just a solid top team. Because super team, I don't think we have a super team in the league. I think we haven't had a super team in years.
To be honest with you, I think the super team, the last super team we had, honestly, was probably the 23 or 24 Suns.
I wouldn't even call that a super team, I'll be honest with you.
And then if you don't consider that, then probably the 22 Lakers where they had AD, LeBron, and Russ.
Still, same thing. I wouldn't call that a super team.
With Austin Reeves, too, mind you.
I think the term super team applies to the Warriors a couple years ago.
I thought you were saying I thought you were going to say that super team applies to the fucking 2012 Lakers when they had Dwight Howard, Steve Nash, Metta World Peace, Kobe.
The closest we've had as a super team recently is the Celtics, but that was maybe for a year, and I wouldn't even call that a super team, to be honest. So I'm like, the league doesn't have a super team anymore, and in a way, that's good. You know, everyone's kind of on the same playing field. Anyone can win, which is fun. But at the same time, it's like you do need one team that's like absolutely necessary to beat, that everyone has to like compete against. Maybe the Thunder, but they're not a super team either.
Maybe the Spurs, but not a super team either.
They're not a super team either. So it's like it's weird. The league definitely doesn't have a super team.
No, it's not like I said. It's not like a 21 Brooklyn Nets with Harden, KD, and Kyrie. It's not even.
Those are if, buts, and maybes. You know, they're hypotheticals. Yeah, we never actually seen them in full force. So, hey, good luck to any team nowadays to build a team that is just absolutely filled with stars. It would become a super team. Philly would become a super team if, and this is where we're gonna like go to the biggest news. The biggest news that happened is LeBron possibly going to Philly as well.
If he goes to Philly, I'm not watching basketball anymore.
Dom says he's stopping. He's not watching NBA anymore, so it's very interesting. But LeBron has definitely left the Lakers. He is done with them, and he is looking to take his talents elsewhere.
I
What
will
where
say if he chooses a new team, a lot of people say he wants New York. I don't know how they feel with him in New York.
I mean, talking about New York, I always think about that one video with Stephen A. and that one dude being like, "Oh, get LeBron to New York. I don't care, train, plane or something." You know, like I gotta find that video, and I'll put the clip here, but I'll try to put the clip here. I mean, I'd edit this at all, but for those that know what I'm talking about, I don't know. LeBron maybe. What do we think? Do we want him to stay in the West? Do we want him to come explore the East a bit? It's been a while, so
If he stays in the West, I think the West is tough. I mean, like there's so many teams in the West he can experiment with. I mean, Minnesota would be good. It would be fun to have him.
he would be the wing option they're looking for.
Yeah, pretty much. He would be the wing option. I'm trying to like run through Lakers. Honestly, the only team I see in the West is and shout out Colin because my friend Colin for this. The only team in the West I see him going for, and this comes back to the whole super team, would be the Golden State Warriors.
It wouldn't be a super team though. They're a very old team.
Steph, Draymond, Porzingis. I mean, they are thinking about looking at getting Anthony Davis. Apparently,
Washington said no to that. They're not trading him because they're trying to build something in Washington. So
I think Washington is interesting to see, but will they be like they're going to be interesting to watch because you don't know if they'll be good or bad. They're probably going to be fucking bad. Let's be honest here.
well, you know, as we're exploring options, LeBron to Washington.
I'm not watching basketball.
He wants.
I said this in the chat today. I don't know why I'm doing that with my face. That was so weird. I said this in the chat today. I said to E, shout out E. So LeBron and Washington's basically going to be the equivalent of Jordan going to Washington back in 2000s. I'd rather want to watch paint dry. I would rather watch fucking Jason Kidd play on the Knicks again. I would rather watch Scottie Pippen play on the Portland Trailblazers. I would rather watch Patrick Ewing play on the Seattle Supersonics.
But this is old man Braun, man. Like he's done his thing.
I don't give two flying fucks. Washington should not look at LeBron James. He's not I don't think he's. There's only two teams in the East I want to see him go to. And that's Cleveland and Miami. Cleveland could be phenomenal for him to come home, but Miami because they also would be phenomenal for him to come home. And plus, it would be cool to see him play with Giannis and with Bam in his last 2 seasons. So at least he retires and a team that he played for and won 2 championship rings on.
I mean, I don't know. I think he should go anywhere. He can go anywhere, honestly. It doesn't matter at this point. He's in his last year. It's either like a win or go home situation for him. So it's like I don't mind seeing him in Washington. I don't mind seeing him in Philly. I hope he doesn't go to Boston. And I definitely hope he doesn't go to Boston.
If he goes to Boston, then that just gives me more excuse to not watch the basketball this season.
Yeah, I think that's one thing we should definitely keep an eye on because the option is there, especially because they got rid of Jaylen Brown. So,
but also another thing because we also do know that KD wants out.
Man, fuck KD. I'm sorry, Philippe. Fuck KD, man. Like enough.
That's another thing we also know is that KD does want out of Houston. Now, if he leaves Houston, where would he hypothetically even go?
Home. He goes home. He retires, bro. That's all he does. Because no one in the league wants him, man. I'm being that ass.
You're the real MVP. Oh my gosh. But I mean, who else is a free agent right now?
There's a bunch of free agents.
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to see. Let me look at it.
So we got we talked about Ja, we talked about Melo, we talked about Giannis. Let's see here. Oh wait, I can just use this website. What am I doing?
Free agent tracker. We got Precious Achiuwa.
Yeah, okay. CJ McCollum re-signed.
Oh, by the way, what do we think is going to happen to Bronny?
He's gonna be sent to fucking China and play with fucking what's his face? We'll play with fucking De'Aaron Fox.
Because I think they got him just for LeBron. He got a season, but he's a very mid player, at
He
least
is.
now.
He is.
I don't know how he'll develop. He might get better, and I hope he gets better. Because unfortunately, when your dad is, what happened? Did you did you drop water on him?
Fucking water just shot right into my eye.
This is how you know we're getting tired, y'all. It is 10:40. We've been doing this for 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours now.
Yeah. We'll wrap up soon though, because I think Jam's dead. So
oh, Benedict Mathurin is a free agent.
Where would he go?
I think he should stay with the Clippers. I thought he did a pretty damn good job with them last season.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then Komisakyan, what's his name? I just passed by his name. Oh my gosh. And then Jalen Duren. That's still really the only other guy too. I mean, there's of course more free agents that we are missing, but I feel like Jalen Duren and LeBron are probably the two that we should really be talking about, especially with Duren's playoff performance from last season.
I think we got the important dudes.
Yeah, we just need LeBron, and then we should be good. I just don't want LeBron in Boston. I think that's just a terrible.
No, he's not gonna go Boston. At worst, if he comes east, he's definitely gonna go to either Philly, maybe not Miami. Now that they got whatchamacallit, Antetokounmpo.
I think Miami's the best option.
Nah, it wouldn't work. Him, Giannis, and everything were a bit weird. Too much money. The risk and reward of it is. Oh, actually, how would you play this? Who would be your guards in this situation?
Well, who do they have? Wiggins.
Would they get rid of Wiggins? Maybe.
No, Wiggins is here still because
Like
Wiggins just resigned.
Oh yeah, so no, you're not getting LeBron.
Well, let me see here. Like I could tell you right now how we're gonna play this out. For the Miami Heat roster, and we look at their depth. So their starters are Davion Mitchell, Tim Hardaway Jr., Andrew Wiggins, Giannis, and Bam.
They don't need LeBron. I mean, any team needs LeBron, but I just don't think.
Now, Tim Hardaway Jr. is a shooting guard, but LeBron used to play point guard, right?
Can play anywhere, man. He can play center. He can do whatever.
God damn, man.
Okay, damn.
No, please tell me you get that reference.
Josh Harden.
Yeah. What you mean? So LeBron can play backcourt. Oh my! I'm too tired.
I guess this is this week's clip. Like,
what did you say?
This is gonna be this week's clip that I'm gonna express. Yeah.
God damn, man. Oh my
God.
Yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued to see where NBA free agency goes. And on top of that, too, we also have the NFL coming back in 2 months. Can't believe today's July 1st. Holy crap. I'm going to be 21 next week.
Time flies, bro. Time flies. Especially when you're busy.
Yeah. But anyway, I think Cam has missed this entire episode. I'm very upset. It's been 2 hours. Very upset Cam missed this episode.
We are gonna torch his ass. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we might have to do what his fiance does to him.
Mm-hmm. Straight abuse.
Anyway, go follow Cam at Krogod Cam. So we're gonna put it right here.
Yeah, wait. Come to your left. No, wait.
That's your.
I'm on my left right now. This is my left.
This is my right here.
Yeah, so come to your left.
Yeah, this was my left. I just did right here.
Yeah, so it's like come to your left. Okay. Well, I'll try to like connect these two, but I don't know how this will work. So follow Cam here.
Go follow me at the Romano5 on TikTok, as well as Dominic Romano8 on Instagram. Go follow the Unguided Punks YouTube and Instagram at Unguided Punks. Rob, everyone can find you.
Don't come find me in real life, but you can find me on Instagram, rob.ouedo.
You can find him in Nourishow.
Whoa, relax.
I didn't say where now. I didn't say where. I just said Nourishow.
Fucking God.
But anyway, this has been episode 3 of the summer sessions of Unguided Punks. Again, Sucks Cam going to be here for it, but he is a busy man. Hopefully next week we get him back. Next week.
Are we getting a guest next week?
Honestly, it's up to you guys. We could talk about that as the week progresses. We can. I mean, we did say we are going to do the first 3 episodes by ourselves, but because it's just me and you this episode, we could just do another episode, just me, you, and Cam, and then try to incorporate the guests. So go check out episode 2, which was released yesterday. Go check this episode out next Tuesday when we drop it, and hopefully by next Tuesday we will also be doing episode 4 of the summer sessions. Because Wednesday is my birthday and Thursday I have a plan that I'm trying to get thrown together, which I will be talking to Rob about after we finish up. Like I said, go follow Unguided Punks YouTube and Instagram, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.